Joining me now is Laura Collins, investigative reporter and host of the Daily Mail's new podcast on the case, the Idaho Murders. Laura, good to have you here. Let's just get right into it. The SWAT team, the helicopters, the snipers. I'm not surprised given what they knew this guy was capable of, right? The carnage in Idaho. I mean, none of those officers want to end up a target of his, so I get it. But I do want to ask you what else Bryan Kohberger asked those police officers. After the famous line, was there anybody else arrested? How else did he try to ingratiate himself?
Yes, well, quite remarkably, he suggested to one of the officers, I'm a criminology student, perhaps we can get a cup of coffee after this, showing no real understanding or perhaps complete denial, disassociation, or as you mentioned earlier, maybe just ego, that he thought he was getting away with this.
Boy, I'll say. Or, I'm just like you. We're not different. That kind of thing. Yeah. I mean, just, unbelievable ego. Let me ask you about the parents. I guess I was surprised to hear that these elderly parents were zip-tied, but then again, knowing what they were going into, a house where there was this maniacal killer, I guess I'm not surprised. Do you know much more about how they were treated?
Well, yes. I mean, like you said, the police were just taking no chances. And how could they? They know that they have this incredibly violent offender within those walls. They don't know if his parents are going to be supportive of him. They don't know what pushback they're going to encounter. So they treat everybody the same. They were all zip-tied. They were held at gunpoint. I mean, it must have been a pretty horrifying situation for the parents. But as you said, they just couldn't take any chances.
Well, and they don't even, at that point, they didn't even know how much worse it was going to get for them. I mean, I have no idea how much they knew. It's possible they knew absolutely nothing. It's possible they had an inkling. I mean, we just don't know what those parents knew, but we do know that they are not guilty of these crimes. They did not kill these kids, and what a horrible life they're living now. Question about the escape route. There's been much made about how Bryan Kohberger drove away from 1122 King Road that night. He committed the crimes from 4 until about 4:20 in the morning, and then he took a very circuitous route back to Pullman, Washington. He could have gone straight, but he did a big dipsy-doodle home. Do you think it's possible that he dropped the murder weapon and the bloody clothes and any other detritus of murder on that route somewhere along the way? Maybe he buried it somewhere?
I think it's quite possible, yes. I mean, as you said, he took this very circuitous route. In the affidavit, they suggested he was trying to avoid any chance of surveillance cameras or indeed maybe passing traffic. I mean, this is a very rural route, very rural road. He popped back up on his cell phone ping at 4:48. He didn't get home until 5:30. It's a 9-mile straight shot from his campus home to the Moscow house where he committed the murders. So there was no reason for it to take so long. There's also sort of 10 missing minutes along that route where he could well have stopped and disposed of evidence. I mean, as you say, there's lots that hasn't been found. He was also on the move later that day, actually. He left his campus home again, and he drove straight south down to the edge of the Clearwater and Snake Rivers. We actually drove that route, and where his cell phone pinged at 12:36 is within yards of the river's edge. So he may have disposed of some evidence on that escape route, and then perhaps he disposed of the knife in the river. I mean, it would make sense, and it's never been found.
Right, and that doesn't mean that it never will be. I know lots of people who do magnet fishing and lots of divers who look for murder weapons in certain areas, and maybe somebody will go there and maybe it'll be found. But wow, it's just so distressing. And hopefully tomorrow we might learn more, if not in the coming months, as all those secret motions are unsealed. Laura Collins, thank you so much, and good luck with the new podcast.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Good to have you. We'll definitely have you back.
Thank you for watching. Subscribe below and download our NewsNation app right now on your phone, and you will get fact-based, unbiased news for all Americans.